Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, you guys, we need to talk more about this nonsense. So much going on, so much more has come out, so much to discuss, and it's all completely ridiculous. So you know I'm here for it. This has taken up so much space in my brain, and you guys have been so wonderful in the comments, providing so much insight as to what's actually happening and so many interesting points that I felt like another video was warranted so we could discuss it at length because it's just kind of blowing my mind a little bit. But no worries, I found actual footage from the car chase. Oh no, oh look, it's so bad. Oh no. You guys, there's no car chase. This is so ridiculous. What a waste of time and effort and everything else. I have so many points to make, but I do want to start out with the biggest elephant in the room, which is what you guys so clearly brought up, which is Harry has begun it's his second legal case against, it's over personal security when he returns back to the UK. It's more nonsense of him saying that he needs the special protective security when visiting. After stepping down from his position, he thinks he still deserves the perks that come right along with it, right? He has no problem taking those. He doesn't mind calling the whole institution racist, but he doesn't mind taking the perks. That seems to be a page out of their playbook, right? So coincidentally, while that was going on, huge coincidence, right? They get into this, well, according to them, 2-hour car chase that could have had, what did they say, catastrophic consequences. Okay, drama queens. Okay, settle down. So many things I talked about in yesterday's video. If you didn't watch that, go back and watch it. But that, again, you guys shed light on. And one of the questions I had is, why the F would you get out of a black SUV with the what is it, the mirrored windows, whatever, where you can't see, the blacked out windows, so you can't see inside, and to get into a cab? And I can't believe the answer was right in front of me, and you guys so succinctly pointed out, it's so they can get photos of this. Oh my God. They're so worried about protection, they decide to go into a vehicle that makes them way more vulnerable, and you can clearly get photos inside. So then they can say, look, the paparazzi were following us. Ugh. And I do believe I talked about, of course, they're going for the Diana comparison. So there's that. People have pointed out that even the photographs that were taken, they were doing things to bring up, to invoke the Diana reference, right? So it was all a tug at the heartstrings, all a ploy to make themselves look better, and just total BS nonsense, as per usual with those two. Look, guys, more footage from the chase. Oh no, what are they gonna do? Oh no, they're in clear danger. It's Fast and Furious. Oh my God, you guys, I had several of you reach out and say, by the way, that the ad that played before you watched the supposed car chase stuff was a Fast and Furious ad. I think that's hilarious. Of course, they're trying to get their name out there at the same time as Fast and Furious. Oh no, a 2-hour car chase. Oh, they're in danger. God, so much more to go over. So again, pointed out that by getting in the cab and being so easily seen and photographed, interesting that during this big scary car chase as seen above, they appear to not be wearing seatbelts. They appear to be relaxed and casual. Doria appears to nod off at one point. Those are all things you would do in a high-speed 2-hour car chase, right? Sure. All right. So much more has come out since this to call BS on it, right? So the cab driver have since spoken out, and I did hear the interview on Piers Morgan. He really said it was not like they described. He was pretty nice about it, and he was like, yeah, they seem nervous, but it was not 2 hours. It was not, I think it was something like, he said, I wouldn't describe it as a car chase. Some people were taking photos of them. So New York Mayor Eric Adams calls it, quote, hard to believe while discussing the 2-hour car chase. Now, if you Google it, a lot of the media outlets are spinning it to say, oh, it's reckless and dangerous. But it's trying to paint the narrative, oh, poor Harry and Meghan. But if you listen to what he says, he's calling it nearly impossible. How do you have a 2-hour car chase in New York City? You don't. Other thing that, again, you guys are so wonderful in the comments. Thank you for everybody who took the time to write me. I really read them all. I love your comments. You had such interesting thoughts on all of this. I had so many of you that actually live there in New York City, and you talk about it's not that big of a deal to see a celebrity there. They're all over New York City. There are blacked out SUVs everywhere. It's just not something that people freak out about. So they're spinning this story as if they're perhaps in LA still or something, but it doesn't make sense what they're saying about, paparazzi and chasing them for 2 hours. Just again, none of it makes any sense, right? So I want to circle back to the IPP thing. When Jay and I made the video yesterday, we thought that it was a play on King Charles, like, give us more money, Pa. And I still do believe it has to do with that, too. Feel sorry for us, Pa. But again, you guys so brilliantly pointed out, no, it's bigger than that. It's trying to get IPP status. So when you look up what that actually means, let me read this to you because it's eye-opening. Being an IPP is essentially a free ticket to receive automatic state bodyguards almost anywhere in the world. Any signatory to the United Nations Protection of Diplomats Convention is duty-bound to prevent attacks on the person, freedom, or dignity of a visiting internationally protected person. Oh, what's that, Harold and Fraud? You want a big old blank check for your security whenever you're visiting anywhere and feel like you need protection? Okay, great. I know you said you wanted privacy and you stepped away from it all, but you still want the perks, huh? Sure. Sold out, both of your families to make an assload of money. But you don't want to use your own money on this. Instead, you want, the taxpayers to pay for it? Cool. Yeah, it's just complete and utter bullshit. I wish they could go down for false police reporting, that kind of stuff. I've been told that there are cameras on every corner of New York, so can't they pull the footage and see that it's utter nonsense? Even the police came back and said, basically, that doesn't really match up with what we're hearing, So it's just utter bullshit, more of the same, just turned up, I guess. I just feel like, we thought yesterday, we kept saying, oh, that means some news is coming out and they're trying to distract. But no, now I think it's just more about keeping themselves in the news and painting themselves as victims, their favorite thing to do, and to try to get freebies off of, all of us. I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat for a minute. I don't love to go super conspiracy theory, but I'm gonna for a second and say, if you just do a quick Google search of Harry and Meghan, this is the kind of bullshit that pulls up. It's all being compared to the tragedy that, occurred with Diana. And I have my own thoughts on that. You can go back and listen. I talk about it a lot. I believe in revenge and stuff. We don't need to rehash it here. Regardless of what you believe happened with Diana, it's fine. It ended in tragedy. I think we can all agree on that. And so they're playing on that bullshit. And they're feeding this narrative of, oh, the paparazzi chased her and now they're chasing us, to try to make us feel a certain type of way. And I don't know, put them back in our good graces. I think it's the lowest of the low to trot out your mother again, what happened with that, to try to get publicity and a paycheck for yourselves. They are the most disgusting, evil people. And the media just plays right along with it. What else could you possibly expect, right? Again, I'm not trying to go too tinfoil hat here, but I'm just telling you, it's disgusting to watch. Luckily, I found this wonderful group of people that totally see through the bullshit along with me. And I'm just so thankful to have you all here and to be able to talk to you about this stuff, because it's It's gaslighting like I've never seen. And I hate that word, but it is. They're gaslighting us. They're just like feeding us all this bullshit. And it's cracking me up how many, the sugars are buying it hook, line, and sinker. And oh, poor Harry and Meghan. Poor Harry and Meghan, my ass. I say poor police department that have had to deal with this bullshit when they're actually trying to be, they're trying to help actual victims of actual crimes in New York. They have to take time out to deal with this bullshit. I wish I'd get a big fat fine for it or something like that. Ugh, you guys, can you hear the disgust in my voice? It's there. You know how to tell when I feel scared? It's when I play with my hair like this and pose for a picture and kind of smirk. Look at me in a car chase. I'm sorry. I can't. I cannot with these assholes. Anyway, guys, as always, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for being here. Hey, we have a live chat this Saturday, May the 20th, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We'll just have some fun, answer some questions, have a chat, talk about what these two are up to. I'm sure more nonsense will happen between now and then. And I'll be doing coronation trinket giveaways, so look for that. And just thank you for being here and for supporting. If you want to further support, check out the merch. We got Recollections May Vary, Make It Make Sense. I still have people, one of my favorite expressions ever is, this is a load of pants. I learned it when I was covering And Just Like That. By the way, I will be covering And Just Like That season 2 starting up in June. It'll be dreadful, so tune in here for it. But I still have people asking, do you still have merch on that? Yes, I do. So check that out. My house is full of "this is a load of pants" because it's one of my favorite sayings ever. I need to dust that back off and bring that back out because it just kind of perfectly suits the situation. This is a load of pants. But if you want to further support the show, definitely check out the merch. Check out Patreon. Patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where you can become an executive producer and get your shout out. Speaking of which, I'm going to shout out my executive producers now. So a huge thank you to Linda. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you to Paige. Huge thank you to Teresa. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Aaron and Frank. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Ann M. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ann H. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Glynis. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Adair Becker. Thank you to Erica. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Barb G. Thank you to Diana. Thank you, Allison B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to Pauline. Thank you to KT. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Stromboli. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Loie. Thank you, Lucy H. Thank you to Georgia. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Robbins Landing. Thank you to Helen. Thank you to Mara. Thank you, Ashley C. Thank you to Molly. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sand Squid. Thank you to Rach. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Domby. Thank you, Android P. Thank you to Sheena. Thank you, Aaron M. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Spectrum Mom. Thank you, Vanessa B. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mimi Heathcote. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you to Bree. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you to Elvis Rose here on YouTube. And thank you to Lori. Well, I so appreciate you all. Thank you if you are on the Patreon. Thank you if you're an executive producer. And hey, if you're not, definitely check it out. We have a lot of fun over there. Guys, I hope you have the best day, and I will talk to you again soon. Can't wait to bring you another video like this. Take care. Bye-bye.